All right, everybody, what is going on? Good evening. A little bit later than I usually post, but with this stuff, it doesn't really matter that much, and we all know why. We are getting to the very end of our draft discussions, and yeah, I can't really sell the idea of drafting a tight end to anybody, but nevertheless, let's move forward further into day three tight end prospects, and if it does anything for you, then great. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. More on them later. Joe Royer is our first fifth round guy here, Cincinnati 24. He is decently sized. He's a little bit bigger than a lot of the tight ends we've looked at. He does have very short arms, but he also has very big hands. Big boards you mostly see around the fifth, maybe a little bit in the fourth. Had 50 catches a couple years ago, had 30 the year before that, 30 last year rather. Just under 1,000 yards over the last 2 years combined. He's better than a lot of these guys at blocking. He's a capable blocking tight end. He can make contested catches. He's got pretty good hands. He can get yak. He has the speed. He has the ability to go get extra yards. He runs quick routes, and he can get open fast. He can flash open fast. And he knows how to get physical when he needs to get physical in order to win a particular encounter. So, some good things. I'm worried about the short arms. It might reduce his effectiveness blocking. It might reduce his ability to make tough catches. He's not really a downfield threat. He's more of an intermediate or short guy. He doesn't really make a lot of plays deep down the field. He is a little undersized for the way he plays, and that may be a problem in the NFL. It wasn't at Cincinnati for the most part. And he's not really a great athlete. He's just kind of a guy who knows how to flash open and get a little bit of yak with toughness, but I don't mind this. This is kind of balanced. He's a little athletically limited, but he's also a little bit more physical. So late fourth rounder, I like him a little bit. He's not too bad. All right, Jack Endries. I've never seen that before. Jack Endries. Oh, let's go with that. Jack Endries of Texas, 22. Another kind of slightly undersized tight end, but not by modern standards by all that much. He could add a little bit of weight anyway. Very short arms though, 31 and an eighth. Tested quite well, fast, quick, explosive. So he does have good testing numbers. Big boards, some fourth, some fifth. Aggregate puts him in the fifth. Big numbers over the last couple years. We're talking about close to 1,000 yards and 90 catches total. So pretty productive, pretty decently productive player. And yeah, he's more of a downfield threat guy. That's, I think, the main thing he brings. He can get upfield fast. He's also really good at the catch point. He's really good at being able to do stuff right at the point of the ball coming down so he can win. He's a great as a lead blocker in space as well. So he's not necessarily tremendous in line, but you get him in space like a fullback and he can lead block. He's a 3-year starter in college, so he has way more experience than most of the guys we're talking about here. And he knows how to use his body to box out to win contested catch. So there's a lot of good stuff there. He is still a little physically weak. I wouldn't count on him to be great in line. The short arms are a big problem. He's not a yak threat. He gets the ball and goes down. And despite my earlier praise, he's just okay as a blocker overall. The inline stuff isn't great, and he doesn't move fluidly enough to be a very good route runner, I don't think. Do you like sports? If you do, then the best way to make them even better and more exciting is using Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks makes daily fantasy simple. Just pick more or less on your favorite players' projections and build lineups with a few taps. Whatever sport you're into, Prize Picks gives you a fun way to stay locked in while you're watching. I've had a great time using Prize Picks so far. It makes this daily fantasy thing so easy and fun, and it even makes watching the games way more exciting. And with the cool social feeds feature, you can share lineups with your friends and even follow partners to tail or fade their picks. Obviously, we're in the NFL offseason right now, but we've got basketball, baseball, hockey, all kinds of other stuff, so don't be afraid to test things out in whatever sport clicks with you. You can even pick multiple sports in the same lineup and sweat everything at once. And don't forget about team picks, where you can pick winners, spreads, and totals on any major game. So, Download Prize Picks, America's #1 sports app. And don't forget, code HMA, that is HMA, gives you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. And remember, always gamble responsibly. So I think the main appeal of Jack is he's a big play threat. He can get downfield and make like 30, 35-yard catches down the field, which is nice. But other than that, there's not a lot here. He doesn't block that well. There's some upside there, I guess. He's good at the catch point. Early fifths is fine. Shrug. I can see the value here, but overall, there's not enough substance, I feel like. Next up is Marlin Klein of Michigan. This is the opposite of the guy we just talked about, Jack, because this guy has very little experience in college at all. This is pure projection, but it's not a bad projection either. He's got legitimate size, relatively speaking, and he can add weight if he needs to because he's 6'6" and 248 already. He can add a little bit of weight. Should be fine. Arm length is okay. Tested mixed, but overall, I'd say okay at least. 4.61 is good. The vert and broad are pretty solid. He's got explosiveness. Big boards, 4th and 5th. Draft Network has him in the 3rd. Aggregate puts him in the 5th. He put up good numbers last year, but nothing over the top. We're talking about 250 yards. He's got, I think, 1 career touchdown. So the main thing with Klein, he's got the height. He's a big mismatch. And he's somebody that can really harass the seam. He can get up the seam of opposing defenses and wreak havoc in a secondary. He's a better blocker than a lot of the tight ends in this class. He can actually block. He's got good form. He's also a good route runner in terms of like the nuance of running routes. He knows how to like really break off a route. He knows how to really sell the route. He knows how to throttle. And he's willing to get physical. So there's actually a lot of things I like about Klein. It's just one of those things where he doesn't have a lot of collegiate experience. He didn't play very much. I think he has less than a season's worth of starts. His movement skills are a little awkward because he's high cut. He's got long legs. He's not a great blocker. I don't think he ever will be. Maybe he can be good. So I wouldn't necessarily assume that's going to carry the day. And he's going to have to add muscle, which may slow him down. If he gets up to 255, then he's not as fast. That's how this works. So there is upside, but I still go 5th round. I can't go higher than that. Not enough reason for me to believe he's going to get to where people think he's necessarily going to be. So I still go 5th here. Not too bad, though. And final guy for this video is Nate Bokercher. Maybe. Bokercher of Texas A&M. 24. This is one of the more pure blocking tight ends. He's not that big or anything, which might be a little bit of a concern. He's 245. He could add a little bit of weight, but he's got decent arm length. He's got big hands. And the big boards mostly put him in the 5th round. We do have some edging up into like even the 3rd or the 2nd, which is kind of crazy to me, but the Draft Network really liked him. He doesn't produce a lot. He had less than 20 catches for less than 200 yards last year, and that was still kind of a career year for him. Year before that, he had 6 catches all season long. So he is a blocker. He is a full-on, full-bore, inline tight end. He wants to win with power and strength. He wants to put people in the ground. There is a little bit of upside as a receiver. He can quickly uncover for short pickups, break open, and then run with some power after catch. Now, I do think he needs to add weight if he wants to play like that at the NFL level, but he can do that. He's got the frame for it. I don't think he'll ever be anything more than a possession receiver, which is a little frustrating because you are talking about a little bit of a smaller guy. Like, this isn't Will Dissly we're talking about here, right? Will Dissly came into the league much bigger than this. There is a little bit missing with his blocking technique that is going to have to get firmed up, but overall, I think he's a very good blocker. And like I said, he's got to add weight. And then what happens? Does he lose the quickness that he has to uncover for short passes? I don't know. This is like a pure blocking tight end, but he's not even like he's not a finished product there. So late 5th round is fine in this draft. Not much to get excited about for me. All right, that is going to do it for this video, everybody. We have more tight ends to get to tomorrow. I know that we are really dragging the bottom of the ocean here at this point, but the show goes on. So those are your 5th round tight ends in this draft. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys soon. Go Hawks. Everybody have a great rest of your day. And let me know what you think of this crew, if anything.